And we start with dozens of doctors having written an open letter saying that they fear that Julian Assange could die in jail if he isn't removed from a British prison immediately. RT correspondent John Huddy has the latest now from our Miami bureau. John, what else did this letter say exactly?
Well, Farron, a group of more than 60 doctors from here in the United States, Britain, Italy, Sweden, Germany, and Australia, among other countries, wrote the open letter to the British Home Secretary, basically demanding that Assange be removed from Belmarsh Prison and taken to a hospital for treatment immediately after Swedish prosecutors dropped their investigation into the 2010 rape allegation against Assange. He is still fighting the U.S. extradition bid on charges under the Espionage Act, in which, if found guilty, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. Assange has been held at the maximum security prison in southwest London since being evicted from the Ecuadorian embassy in London earlier this year. There have been numerous protests and demonstrations outside the prison by members of the public, human rights groups, even various officials over Assange's incarceration. His health has reportedly deteriorated while in prison to the point that the group of doctors write in the letter that they have serious concerns about his physical and mental health, along with his ability to stand trial, writing in part, were such urgent assessment and treatment not to take place, we have real concerns on the evidence currently available that Mr. Assange could die in prison. The medical situation is thereby urgent. There is no time to lose. They based their assessment on quote-unquote harrowing eyewitness accounts of his October court appearance, in which he looked frail and confused, and also a November 1st report by Nils Melzner, the UN Special Rapporteur on Torture, who concluded with a team of experts after examining Assange that he exhibited, quote, all the symptoms typical for prolonged exposure to psychological torture. So clearly a lot of concerns about Assange's health at this point, Farron.
And John, what is the status on Julian Assange's extradition case?
Right. Well, at his most recent hearing this month, Assange's lawyer argued that he was unable to properly prepare for the, quote, very challenging case ahead because he was given the wrong type of computer, and that they needed more time to investigate claims that the U.S. had intruded into conversations between Assange and his lawyers while still in the Ecuadorian embassy. Well, the judge in the case ruled there could be no delay in it and said that the U.S. extradition case will proceed as scheduled on February 25th. But again, at this point, the concern remains about Assange's health and welfare, and if he is fit to stand trial, or if he needs, as this group of doctors is saying, Farron, immediate medical attention and transfer to a university hospital rather than remaining in a maximum security prison. Farron, back to you.
John Huddy, thanks so much for that.